Greeting my fellow lovers of tunes and welcome back for the very first time to Bill and Gloria Gaither here on the channel where we enjoy the music, of course. Now yes, you are right, this is the same Bill and Gloria, I believe, from the Gaither vocal band, if I'm not mistaken, which is very exciting because this is the first time I believe that we are featuring them on the channel, which is very exciting. But also there's so much history involved with this group. I believe the group was like founded in, like, I want to say 1980. I don't know why that's coming up. I think it's around there. So they've been around for a very, very long time. I remember growing up and I heard some of their songs here and there, and I've listened to quite a bit of their their work over the years as well. But I'm very familiar with them, but I haven't really listened to much of their music yet. It's just one of those groups that I know of, but I never really got to listening to them. So I'm very excited to finally add them to our lineup. I'm sure there's some of the songs that they've done that I have heard, but this is definitely not one of them. And I'll tell you why, because Oh Holy Night to me is a very, very special song, especially throughout this time of the year, like the more festive season that we are entering now that December is around the corner and Christmas is almost here as well. It's one of my all-time favorite festive sort of related songs, and it's absolutely extraordinary. There are so many versions out there. I think I mentioned before how many amazing versions there are, and some of my favorites as well. So I'm very excited to hear this song again, but through artists that I have not heard perform them before. Now, before we get into the video, I want to take a moment to say thank you very much to Michael once again for these requests. He was so kind enough to send us 5 requests, but they will not be coming like one after the other. We will be spreading them out like throughout the weeks and to come, also every now and again, to add some festive cheer to our lineup as well, to make space for other requests and also normal recording that I fall behind on. So that is awesome and very kind of you. Thank you very much, Michael. But I'm excited to kick it off. We're going to start it off with our first one over here, Oh Holy Night by Bill and Gloria Gaither. So let's get into this one and then we will discuss it afterwards, as always.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth, and long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. On your knees, oh, hear the angel voices of night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh,
You know, thinking about it now, I probably should have introduced this video as a David Phelps video or reaction. But regardless, I believe this was at one of Bill and Gloria Gaither's shows, so it doesn't really matter, but just absolutely extraordinary. Oh my goodness, what an amazing performance. First and foremost, David has a beautiful voice. He has such a smooth tone to it, such a clear and powerful voice as well. But he has the ability, or the thing that I really love about performances and shows, he really ticked a lot of those boxes. And one of them being is that he really lives himself into the music. You can really see that he is so passionate about what he is doing, and that the reason why he's singing and performing this song for him is it's so special and so emotional and so powerful. You can feel the connection that he has with the music and with the reason of singing this as he is performing the song, if that makes any sense. He really lived through that song, and I'm sure if there are non-believers out there and they listen to a song like this will give them that extra nudge, you know, like maybe there's something about what he is singing about, you know, something like that. There's something about the way music is performed, and especially when it comes to songs like this, that really just makes me, especially, I don't know why, towards the end especially, it got me in tears. And I always think about it. I don't know if it's like tears of joy and like feeling together with other people, that togetherness feeling, or if there's something a little bit more behind the music and behind the message of the song itself. But it was absolutely beautifully performed, and towards the end there, like, it was a beautiful performance regardless, but that ending was magic. It truly was magic when he's like, fall on your knees, and everybody in the crowds, in the choir, and everyone gets up and they all start singing together. It's one of my favorite things. I've said this many a times in other videos before. When so many voices come together as one and they all sing together and those harmonies come through. It doesn't matter if you're a singer, it doesn't matter who you are. Whenever like a group of people and thousands of people come together and sing together as one. There's something so special about that moment, and it really just gives me chills throughout my whole body just thinking about it. But hearing it and seeing so many people come together to sing and rejoice about their beliefs and what they believe in, and these special times that we go through, and like especially the festive season, stuff like that, it's always so magical to see and to like experience it, it's absolutely magical. Now before I go on with the video a little bit, I just want to take a moment to say that whoever that was playing the piano was a wizard on the piano. Like, that was incredible. That was truly something so special, that it had that mixture of like the classical piano players, but that hard, heavy classical sort of style of playing, if that makes any sense, or if I'm even using the right terminology there, that got mixed into it. But I think the piano itself, like the way that he played it, elevated the song so much and worked together so well with David's voice that he just sounded even more incredible. And this whole performance was just that more special. Really would love to know who he is. He is really talented. Maybe I know him and I just didn't recognize it, because that's also what I want to say. Just seeing the 4:3 aspect ratio like video just brings back so many like flashbacks and memories about the box TVs, the old school televisions. A lot of the younger people nowadays wouldn't even know or don't even know about those things. But I'm very grateful that I grew up in a time where I was influenced, or I, as a young child, I got like through all these older technology, the old camcorders, the cassette players, the Walkmans, all these little things. And then as technology grew and evolved to where we are now, I can still relate and have the nostalgic feeling to it, like the old school TV games on the box TVs, and everybody sitting together, and the split screen, all these things coming back together. And this video really took me back a little while as well. But not only that, but just looking at the camera they use recording this, even the way that people dressed and did their hair and their styles and everything, it just threw me back into my childhood for some reason. And that's why I'm wondering if this performance was like early 90s, maybe earlier. I might be wrong on that, but the style that they, like, everyone was dressed, and it really reminded me of like my early childhood. So I'm very curious to know when this performance was done. I tried looking through like the description of the video, but I couldn't see anything. It just said that this video was uploaded in November of 2012, and I believe that's close to when YouTube started, so I don't think that's when the performance was held. But it was absolutely magical seeing that stage with like the way it was set up, the way that their choirs were there, the way people dressed and were seated in that auditorium. It really just like threw me back in time as well. But overall, a beautiful performance. Like, David Phelps has an incredible voice. He has so much control. He has such a smooth voice as well. His voice is so special. Like, I've heard a few songs that he has done before, but the reason why I love his voice, it's so consistent. It's just consistently good. We have so many artists nowadays that can go super high, super low in it, and it's absolutely amazing. But sometimes listening to something like this, where it's just so consistently good, and a powerful, matured voice that has so much hours of practice in it, and you can hear it, is so relaxing, and it's so soothing to the soul as well, accompanied by the song itself, the whole scenery that was created in this video, and you have something truly magical. That was incredible. That was really a brilliant performance, and I have to say this has to be one of the top Oh Holy Night covers or performances I have ever seen. That makes me curious. I need to go and look up who wrote Oh Holy Night. I have not done that in many years, so I need to go and do that as well. But any case, I would love to hear from you guys. What did you think about this performance? Did it have the same effect on you? Maybe you are younger or older than I am, and it affects you differently, or you have questions to why the video is only like a square and not widescreen, or the quality is not as good as the videos that we have nowadays. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on this one is, and also if we should do some more of David Phelps or even the Gaither vocal band's music. It's one of those groups, like I said, I've heard a lot about them, I know about them. I believe I heard a few songs here and there, but I haven't listened to them a lot, which is actually quite interesting. So it's been fun going through this whole trip down memory lane almost. So I'm very excited. But thank you once again to Michael for this incredible request. This was truly a a trip back down memory lane almost. Listening to this, experiencing it whilst having a good time as well. So it was very special to me. Thank you very, very much. Looking forward to the other songs. Like I said, it's not going to be the next video. It's going to be with multiple recording sessions. I'm going to try and work them in, but also not leave them for too long because I'm very curious to see what they all are. But I'm going to leave this here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Staying safe and healthy out there. Remember to check up on one another, and then I will see you very soon in the next video. But until then, remember, music is medicine.